Limitations live only in our minds, but if we use our imagination, our possibilities become limitless. Empowerment is not just about overcoming challenges, it's about rewriting the narrative, about seeing possibilities where others see limitations, strength where others see struggle, and potential beyond limits. This year's theme, Empowered Beyond Limits, reminds us that Sahodaya, meaning blossoming together, is built on the belief that true growth happens when we empower ourselves and others together. A warm and a pleasant welcome to each one of you present here. As we celebrate the saga of 25 years in Sahodaya, we honor this movement that started in the year 2000, which is 30 passionate students and has grown into a force for change. Sahodaya has not only uplifted the specially abled, but has also shaped young minds of Aloysius to be more compassionate, inclusive, and proactive in making a difference. This incredible journey has been made possible by the 145-year legacy of St. Aloysius deemed to be University, an institution deeply rooted in service and social responsibility with a vision of creating men and women for and with others. On that note, we come together once again for the second edition of Eyeconic 2025 and celebrate the 25 years legacy of Sahodaya. Quoting from Abdul Kalam's Wings of Fire, it is said that when you pray, you transcend your body and become a part of the cosmos which knows no division of wealth, age, caste, and creed. Our institutional values guide us to strengthen our faith and illuminate our minds with the knowledge of truth and the truth that lies in prayer. May I now request Ms. Anvika and team to lead us into prayer.
Then I am
Thank you, Ms. Anvika and team, for your prayerful rendition. May I now call upon Team Nritya Ensemble of St. Aloysius deemed to be University to delight us with their grace and charm through a classical number.
शबनम जैसी लड़की तेरे युद्ध दिल की खिड़की ये हाडनೊಂದು ಕೇಳಿ शाम से सुबह कಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ काजल जल्लेन्नु ನನ್ನ पायल मुझे नाचने दो ये शाम से सुबह नारेಯ ನಾದ ತುಂಬ ವಿನೋದ ನಲಿದಾಡೋಣ ವೇಲಾಣೆ झिलका झिलका रे झिलका 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 रे झिलका झिलका रे झिलका रे झिलका रे झिलका झिलका रे झिलका 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 रे झिलका झिलका रे झिलका रे झिलका रे
Ladies and gentlemen, on this auspicious moment, I'm reminded of the beautiful lines by one of the famous Kannada writers or poets, D.V. Gundappa. And it goes like this. ಧರೆಯ ಬದುಕೇನದರು ಗುರಿಯೇನು ಫಲವೇನು ಬರಿ ಬಳಸು ಬಡಿದಾಟ ಬರಿ ಪರಿಭ್ರಮಣೆ ತಿರುಗಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹೊರಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಮೃಗಖಗಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನರನು ಸಾಧಿಪುದೇನು ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ. What is the purpose of human life? Is it merely about survival or running tirelessly into the pursuits of our own needs? If so, how are we any different from the animals and birds that do the same? True fulfillment lies in going beyond ourselves, in making a difference in the lives of others, in creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to prosper, and that truly serves the purpose of being human rather than sticking to the thoughts of humans are always superior to the other beings on earth. This is exactly what Sahodaya stands for. When it was founded in the year 2000, it was envisioned as an outreach program. Over the last 25 years, Sahodaya has created a space where the specially abled or any individuals are not just supported but truly empowered, and along with them, the Sahodayans too feel empowered. As we celebrate this milestone today, we do so with the theme, Empowered Beyond Limits. Because empowerment is not about making life easier, it is about making dreams possible. To take you on this journey of Sahodaya's evolution, its impact, and the countless lives it has touched, we now present to you a snippet of the path that Sahodaya has taken through a beautiful video.
Rooted in compassion and faith, Mother Teresa truly believed in the power of love, saying, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love." Sometimes a single act of kindness can spark a movement. It all begins with a moment, one that challenges the way we see the world and compels us to act. Nearly 25 years ago, on our very own campus, one of our beloved professors, Dr. Charles V. Furtado, extended a simple yet powerful gesture of support to a visually impaired lady, helping her to walk using her white cane. That moment did not go unnoticed. Next day, the then principal, Reverend Father Prashant Martha S.J., who had noticed this outreach, saw a possibility of change, a realization that more could be done, not just for one individual, but for generations of students. What followed was not the formation of just another association, but the rise of something far greater, a movement. Sahodaya, which literally means blossoming together, was started in the year 2000 with the objective of conscientizing the staff and the students to the needs and aspirations of the specially abled persons. It was a moment where hearts and hands joined together, where students and teachers came forward, not out of duty, but out of a shared belief that inclusion is not an obligation, but a way of life. This is the spirit of Sahodaya, a spirit that has grown, empowered, evolved, and continues to inspire. Started with an enthusiastic, like-minded group of around 30 students, today Sahodaya has become a surging movement of hundreds of youth in St. Aloysius, deemed to be University, Mangaluru. It has reached out to many people with various kinds of disabilities to empower themselves and become useful members of the society through various outreach programs and sessions. Over the years, Sahodaya has built a strong network of past and present members dedicated to working with physically, mentally, socially, and economically marginalized individuals. The strength of Sahodaya lies in its people, the staff, and the students, volunteers, and well-wishers who come together to make a difference. As we move forward, it is our collective responsibility to continue this mission. Every small act of kindness, every effort to make learning inclusive, and every moment spent in service contributes to a world where no one is left behind. This year marks a significant milestone, the saga of 25 years in Sahodaya, a movement that has consistently worked towards inclusion, empowerment, and social change. And we are delighted to be a part of this jubilation. Over the years, Sahodaya has not just been about reaching out to the marginalized, but about creating a space where abilities are celebrated beyond their limits. From hosting workshops and seminars that raise awareness about disability rights to inviting accomplished individuals who inspire by example, Sahodaya has truly nurtured a culture of empathy and action. The skill development programs and outreach initiatives have extended support beyond campus, touching lives where it matters the most. Moreover, the major programs such as Kalarava in 2015, Chiguru in 2017, Kanasu in 2019, and the advent of Eyeconic in 2024, along with initiatives like Samvedana, Braille Day, Helen Keller Day, World Disability Day, visits to blind schools, online, offline sessions by the Achievers, outreach programs to Mitra Jyoti, Samarthanam, and so on. Sahodaya has consistently fostered empathy and enlightenment across the board. As we mark the second edition of Eyeconic 2025, honoring the spirit of being empowered beyond limits, we reaffirm our mission to celebrate strength with empathy, realizing the boundless potential within every individual. With great delight and contentment, we invite you to be a part of this journey, whether through direct involvement, spreading awareness, or simply extending a helping hand to those in need. Together, we ensure that Sahodaya continues to bloom, touching more lives and building a future that truly embraces inclusivity. Let us remember the real progress is not just about personal success, but about uplifting those around us. Because when we grow together, we truly blossom together.
Dear audience, Sahodaya has been blessed with many dedicated students, secretaries, and volunteers. Many of them have taken up different roles and responsibilities. Their journey with Sahodaya has shaped them into compassionate leaders who continue to carry forward the Sahodian qualities as great personalities or individuals. As we celebrate the Silver Jubilee, we reached out to some of our former volunteers and we realized that their excitement to be a part of this milestone speaks volumes about the impact Sahodaya had on their lives. Let's take a moment to hear from them.
Hello everyone, I'm Nima D'Souza. I was the student coordinator of Sahodaya 25 years back. It's an honor to address the gathering of Sahodayans who have come together to celebrate the Silver Jubilee of Sahodaya's inception. It just feels like yesterday, I must say, that I was in St. Aloysius campus and part of Sahodaya. Because the memories of our trips to Prashant Nivas in Bangalore or Samarthanam or Mitra Jyoti in Bangalore, it's still fresh. I must say I recall an incident and it is actually etched in my memories that when a first year BA student in Samarthanam who was visually impaired wanted to show how quickly he could type and then the excitement with which he took me to the computer to show it. And then when he did it, I was awestruck because I was still using one finger to type and I was looking at the keyboard to type whatever I wanted to. Okay, typing might seem to be very archaic to the students of these days who are introduced to AI, but that was a necessary skill then. So that is when I realized how much we were taking life for granted, how much I was complaining, and realized that it is necessary that we need to be dedicated and determined to do whatever we want to do. So this was the lesson that I have learned for life there. So I think you guys also might have similar life lessons that you have learned, which would be there throughout your life and which will be making you a part of Sahodaya throughout your life. So once a Sahodayan, you will always be a Sahodaya. Congratulations to everyone who have gathered today to celebrate the Silver Jubilee year of Sahodaya. I hope the event is a successful one. Thank you, Charles sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Alvin sir, for being with us during those days of Sahodaya and guiding us throughout and making the experience of Sahodaya a memorable one.
Hi, I'm Shaini Shetty, writer-director and a very proud ex-Sahodaya. Some of the best years of my college life was spent as a member of Sahodaya between the years 2002 and 2006. When I joined Sahodaya that many years ago, I had no idea what it was. I thought it was just another club, just another association. But as we spent our weekends together, our summer vacations together, at orphanages, old age homes, schools for the blind, schools for children that were differently abled, it became very clear to me that Sahodaya really was a community of people that came together, that really believed in serving, in giving. And I realized myself that the more I did it, the more joyful my life was. Sahodaya literally stands for rising together, and I can proudly say that during my time at St. Aloysius and at Sahodaya, we all rose together. When I came to Bombay in 2007, Sahodaya came with me. It has been a big part of my life all these years. I have many times voluntarily taught at blind schools. There's an orphanage right down the road from where I stay, and I spend a lot of my time there. I have great friends there. And in fact, I remember once or twice when I was there, I had reached out to Charles sir to tell him that this is what you've done to me, and I'm thankful because Sahodaya really taught me, and I'm sure it taught every other Sahodayan, that the art of giving is really the art of living. And there is nothing that brings one more joy than to be able to serve, to be able to help, to be able to give. And for that, I am very, very grateful to Sahodaya. I'm very grateful to Charles sir, Alvin sir, and all the other coordinators and teachers and professors that were part of that journey during my years there and the years before and the years after. And it feels like just yesterday when we would all gather around the katte in college to discuss the next program, and Sahodaya has turned 25. It gives me great pride that I was part of something so special and so important, and I wish the organization the very best. I'm happy I was a small part of its growth and its legacy, and I wish the members the very best in doing whatever it is that they're doing, in whatever capacity it is that they're doing, because it is truly my belief that once you're a Sahodayan for life. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Vijeta, an old student, class of 2004. I'm really excited and honored to be part of the second edition of Eyeconic, even if it's from a distance. It feels great to reconnect with all of you and relive those wonderful memories. Memories I've treasured for over 20 years. I still remember it like yesterday when Sir Charles nudged me to participate in the Sahodaya outreach program. The program was just a few years old then, and it was all new to me. I remember visiting old age homes, children's shelters, and workplaces for people with special needs. Traveling with Sir and the team around Mangalore and sometimes even Bangalore, and working with total strangers to make a difference in their lives made a huge difference to mine. I'm tempted to use the word transformative, but that's an understatement. Those experiences nurtured a side of me I never knew existed and taught me invaluable life lessons that continue to guide me today. Whenever I talk about Sahodaya to my family and friends, they always respond with, "Wow, that's amazing. It's rare for a college to have such a program." It makes me feel incredibly proud to have been part of an institution that truly believes in giving back to society. Life does get busy, but the values we learn here remind us to take time for others. I'm thrilled to see Sahodaya grow, and kudos to everyone who's taking part in continuing its glory. I'm proud of you. A special thank you to Father Prashant and the organizing team for this opportunity, and Wishing you all for a successful event. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Vinny and I joined Sahodaya in the year 2004. I did not leave Sahodaya because it is said that once a Sahodayan, always a Sahodayan. That is the kind of learnings which we get when we are a part of this association. When I first joined, little did I know that I'll be the one who's gaining so much out of it. Right from the first visit to the local blind school, where I was mind blown by the abilities of each and every student over there. I thought I'll be there to share my learnings, to share my experiences, but little did I know that I would be the one who was going away with the heavy heart, filled with a lot of gratitude, love, happiness, innocence. This is what has stayed with me always. With every visits, every trainings which was imparted to us as students, there was something in us which shifted. And it did not just shift for those 3 years, it continued to come with us as learnings. I became more sensitive, became more inclusive. Also, there was a lot of holistic development, communications which developed, which helped me not just in my personal growth but also in my career growth. I still remember the day when Charles sir called me to scribe for a blind girl. I really did not think I would be able to do it. He just gave me some guidance on it and he had full faith that I could do it. I remember entering St. Aloysius PU College, the room next to the principal's room, to scribe, and I was welcomed by this pleasantly smiling, little bit tense, nervous girl. She helped me through the whole thing, where she told me what she wanted me to write and everything. It became a beautiful interaction, and since then I had scribed for many examinations. I enjoyed each and every time I was there. More than enjoy, I would say, I learned to be more present. I learned to be myself amongst them. I understood that the abilities in the disability is much more bigger than what we thought, what I thought. And I'm glad that I'm able to impart this education to my kids, how they can be sensitive, how they can be empathetic and inclusive in the day-to-day life. Thank you, Charles sir, for giving me this opportunity to share my views on Sahodaya. And I would agree with you, once a Sahodayan, always a Sahodayan. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Abhay Simha. I was a student at St. Aloysius College from 2000 to 2003. That's when I became part of Sahodaya. If I remember right, the name Sahodaya was given by Father Prashant Martha. It means raising together. What a beautiful thought. I like the idea. I saw my friends joining the outreach program. That inspired me to join. We visited old age homes in Bangalore. We spoke to the elders there. We went to Bangalore to a blind school. We taught some communicative English to them. Each visit gave me a new experience. It made me more socially aware. It made me feel for others. Today, as an artist, I realize how much these moments helped me. They taught me to see the world differently. They helped me to understand stories and feel emotions deeply. That is very important for any artist. I thank Sahodaya from my heart, wishing Sahodaya a great 25th celebration and many more to come. Thank you.
Well, we are truly grateful to all our past secretaries and volunteers of Sahodaya. We truly remain humbled, and we are humbled by your gesture. And I'm sure all of us present here today have got inspired by their thoughts. We are privileged to have with us today a dynamic team of such leaders amongst us. And may I now request Dr. Roshan D'Souza, President Sahodaya, along with the Secretary, Mr. Neil Shetty, to accompany our dignitaries as they occupy their designated seats on the dais. We have with us today Reverend Father Prashant Mata S.J., the Chief Guest, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis S.J., Honorable Vice Chancellor, Miss Meghana K.T., Guest of Honor, Miss Kanmani S., Guest of Honor, Dr. Alwyn Dessa, Registrar, St. Aloysius College, Autonomous, Dr. Ronald Nazareth, Registrar, St. Aloysius deemed to be University, Dr. Charles V. Furtado, Director, Admin Block, Founder President, Sahodaya, Dr. Roshan D'Souza, President, Sahodaya, Mr. Neil Shetty, Secretary, Sahodaya. Thank you, dear dignitaries. Welcome is a beautiful word that brings much joy to the one who utters it and to the one who receives it. We have with us today Dr. Alwyn Dessa, Registrar, St. Aloysius College, Autonomous, and a close ally of Sahodaya, who has been taking keen interest in supporting and guiding this movement from day one. And now I request Dr. Alwyn Dessa to welcome the gathering.
A very good morning to each and every one of you. Dignitaries on the days, members of the faculty, and the parents of our guests of honor today and relatives, and my dear students, around 450 of you who have willingly and spontaneously and voluntarily registered to be a part of this grand event, a memorable event, Silver Jubilee of Sahodaya at St. Aloysius deemed to be University. It is my pleasure to accord a warm welcome to each and every one of you. This is Eyeconic Season 2 and Sahodaya's 25th year. Launched in 2000, Sahodaya has been a movement celebrating the spirit of growing together, blossoming together, Sahodaya. It has also been a journey of celebrating ability in disability, redefining ability. The university has groomed and nurtured thousands of Sahodayans, making a difference in the world in their own quiet, revolutionary ways. They are the ambassadors of the elevation values of empathy and love. To mark this great event, we have the presiding officer of today's program, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis, SJ, who believes in the principle of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And he never leaves any opportunity to bring in more diversity, more equity, and more inclusive atmosphere in the campus and in the university. He loved the idea of Sahodaya and has been a promoter of this particular movement, I would call, not an association, in his own special ways. And today, as a symbolic support to this, he is initiating a new center called Accessibility Center under UGC guidelines. And the document is ready, and today we are officially launching the Accessibility Center. We would like to thank him for his special interest in this and promoting and supporting this idea. On this special occasion, I would like to accord him a warm and cordial welcome. Warm welcome to you, Father. We have many iconic personalities today on the stage, and one of them is Reverend Father Prashant Martha. 25 years ago, while he was principal of this college, can you imagine he was principal 25 years back in this college? Looking at him is very difficult. He has kept himself very young and fit. With all his literary endeavors, and when he was the principal, you have listened to many volunteers giving witness to Sahodaya and what they have received from Sahodaya. I would not like to repeat it. But he was a person who just sows. He believes in this principle of just sowing. Our job as teachers and mentors is just sowing. Irrespective of how many people pick it up and go ahead, we should not stop sowing the seeds. That's it. I think that is one principle that he followed in his life, and one of them is Sahodaya. Besides so many other innovative things he started 25 years back, like the faculty-wise fest that we have today in a larger scale, decentralization of powers like the deaneries and faculties, the dean system started, and so many other innovative, many spaces on this institution also are named by his creative genius. I would not like to mention many of them. And today, in spite of all his works, he actually resides in Bangalore. When he heard that we are celebrating the Vice Chancellor, the Director, Dr. Charles Furtado, and the Sahodayan President, Secretaries, and all the Sahodayans are very excited. He instantly agreed to come personally and attend the program with a lot of excitement. Reverend Father Prashant Martha S.J., a warm and cordial welcome to you. May I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis S.J., to offer a green welcome. Shall we have a big round of applause? Now, the most cherished and important guests, our iconic personalities for today. Two of them who are shining on the stage with their unique achievements and credentials and accomplishments. May I introduce Ms. Meghana K.T. IAS. I would like to speak a few words. Meghana is the Assistant Director in Doordarshan Chandana, Bengaluru, a well-known public speaker on disability advocacy, social sensitization, and UPSC exam orientation and general motivation. Meghana overcame 70% vision loss to become an IAS officer. Can you believe this? She qualified KPSC and UPSC twice, not once, securing All India rank of 465 in 2019 and All India ranking of 425 in 2021. Despite setbacks, she turned challenges into opportunities, inspiring many, and today she is going to inspire all of us. A warm and cordial welcome to Meghana KDIAS. Round of applause. May I request Dr. Charles V. Furtado to welcome Meghana with a sapling. Up next is another guest of honor, another inspiration for you and me. She is Kanmani S. Born without hands, Kanmani from Kerala mastered life using her feet. A gifted musician, she holds a bachelor's degree in vocal music and has performed more than 500 concerts, including at Rashtrapati Bhavan. She is a national award winner and excels in Carnatic music, Ashtapadi, and recitations. A passionate artist with 250 displayed works, she joined MFPA in 2022. Kanmani believes that perception shapes beauty. A big round of applause to this talented lady. May I request Dr. Ronald Nazareth, the Registrar of St. Aloysius deemed to be University, to offer her a green welcome. One more round of applause to Kanmani, please. I have to speak a few words about this person. that is none other than the current director of the administrative block, but the founding president of Sahodaya in 2000, Dr. Charles P. Furtado. It is his presence, his idea. Maybe providentially one day he met or father saw him guiding a lady with a white cane, how to use the white cane, a visually impaired lady. On a holiday or a Sunday, he came to the campus and Father Prashant Martha happened to see this. And that day, the seed of Sahodaya was sown. And with determination and passion, he has continued. I usually feel quite overwhelmed when I see people with difference, people with special abilities, differently abled people, overwhelmed. Sometimes I find very difficult to even start a conversation or communication. But this person has a special capacity to instantly get connected to people with disabilities, handhold them, empower them, treat them on par, one-on-one, and he has done great job not only in Helvetius institution, but also in his personal life. He is a role model, and also he is the person who is the inspiration behind all that has happened in the past 25 years. It is a calling for him. It is a vocation for him. He is very passionate about it. As I thank him for all his services to Sahodaya so far and St. Helvetius Institution, I warmly welcome him to this event. Our registrar, Dr. Ronald Nazareth, has been an admirer of this idea of Sahodaya growing together. He also personally believes in that, and he always says this kind of activities, this kind of initiatives have to be supported and continued in a big way in the days to come as a university. As I thank him for his goodwill and his stand on Sahodaya, I accord him a very warm welcome. Many presidents have come. Some of them have gone, some of them have stayed back. And today we have the president in Dr. Roshan D'Souza. Does not speak much, but believes in action. I remember Vice Chancellor and I had visited Manasa, which is in Pambur, which is a residential school for the differently abled, all kind of disability, including psychological and mental, disabilities. We reached almost at 6 o'clock, but the students had gone, maybe reached at 4 o'clock. And when I reached there, Dr. Roshan was there, along with his spouse, his wife and his child. And they spent the entire program, even the night, as a family, along with the students, accompanied them. And that was a great scene to see, and that is his commitment to Sahodaya. So we feel that Sahodaya is in the right hands. A warm welcome to you, Dr. Roshan. A warm welcome to the student coordinator of this particular 25th celebration of Sahodaya. A warm welcome to you. I would like to welcome all the directors of various blocks, deans, directors, deans, heads of the departments. We have also Dr. Ivan Pinto, the former staff of this college, and so many admirers of the guests today. Our old student also is here, and all of you who are part of this particular event. Let us celebrate this. Let us have a very inspiring time. Thank you so much. A warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Dr. Alvin Dessa, and a warm welcome to you as well. As he has already mentioned, what better way to celebrate this moment of jubilation than by ensuring that every step we take is one towards inclusion. Today, as we inaugurate the second edition of Eyeconic 2025, which also happily coincides with the 25 glorious years of Sahodaya, To mark this milestone with immense pride and great delight, St. Aloysius deemed to be University would like to create an even campus which is inclusive and accessible to all by starting the new accessible center in our very own campus. May I now request the entire team of Accessibility Project to come onto the stage and give a glimpse about this new project.
A very good morning to one and all. On the 25th anniversary of Sahodaya, we invite you to join us in celebrating the opening of our university's very own Accessibility Center. The center was born out of an idea that Dr. Roshan D'Souza had. In one of the co-committee meetings, he encouraged Sahodayans to think about starting such a center. Inspired by Charles Sir and Roshan Sir's constant pursuit of providing assistance to people with various disabilities, the sessions organized by the association and the lives of individuals with disabilities like Mr. Shrikant Bolla, who overcame numerous barriers to reach great heights, I went to Sir with a small plan about how we could start the center. Sir was very excited and immediately asked me to form a team of dedicated student volunteers. We went from being a team of 2 to a team of 6 as we were joined by Hiba Mariam, Jose Shaji, Shreya Shetty and Vandan Raskina. After a lot of research, many early morning meetings, and under the guidance of Dr. Charles V. Furtado, Director of Admin Block and the founding president of Sahodaya, along with Dr. Alvin Desa, Registrar of St. Aloysius College, we pitched the idea to the Vice Chancellor, who readily gave us his approval. And so, we stand before you today, excited for this new start, a small attempt to make our college more accessible and equitable. I request the Chief Guest, Father Prashant Martha S.J., along with all the dignitaries present on the stage and the members of the Accessibility Project, to digitally inaugurate the center by revealing the logo.
The logo of the Accessibility Center consists of 3 key elements: a shield-like crest, the universal symbol for accessibility, and 6 surrounding symbols. The shield-like crest is inspired by the university's logo, symbolizing the center's link to the institution's values. It represents resilience, serving as a reminder to remain strong in the face of adversity. At the heart of the crest lies the universal symbol for accessibility, reflecting the center's core mission and purpose. Encircling the central symbol are 6 icons. 4 of them represent key accessibility tools: Braille, sign language, a hearing aid, and a ramp. The 2 symbols at the bottom of the crest represent support and aid, highlighting the vital role of those involved in the center's work.
Thank you, dear team and the dignitaries, for inaugurating the new Accessibility Center at St. Aloysius deemed to be University, Mangaluru. It is now my privilege to invite the founder principal of Sahodaya, a distinguished literary stalwart and an acclaimed leader, who is the recipient of the recent prestigious Kannada Rajyotsava Award for his contribution to literature in 2024 and the Daiji Dubai Literary Award in 2025. May I now request Father Prashant Martha S.J. to enlighten us with his insightful words.
Father Dr. Praveen Martis, Professor Charles Furtado, Dr. Alvin, Dr. Ronald Nazareth, Roshan, our distinguished guests, Meghana and Kanmani, beautiful Kannada word, Kanmani. Kanmani, yeah. The Professor Ronald Nazareth, our senior professors here in front, all the staff members, family members of Kanmani and Meghana, my dear students. I'm not the founder of Sahodaya. Founder of Sahodaya is Dr. Charles Furtado. As a principal, my job was to clap hands. When somebody starts something, the principal's job is to clap hands. That was my job. I did that job in that year. When he gave me the idea, Dr. Charles Furtado gave me the idea, I clapped my hands. That's the function of a principal. Actually, the second founder, first founder is Dr. Charles Furtado. There is a second founder, not me, not Father Prashant. Second founder was that tree, is a rain tree, Devadaru Vraksha, near Pusey, Loyola block. It's a big tree. Still is there, I think. Cut. The tree is there. This morning I wanted to go and say thank you to that tree because my routine habit was at about 4:30 after a cup of tea, I used to go for a walk there and stand under that tree, rain tree, Devadaru Vraksha. And that day, under that tree, when I was standing, as a usual habit, I saw Dr. Charles Furtado helping a lady. Most of my ideas happened not in principal's room. Principal's room, your brain stops. Nothing happened. Brain doesn't function in principal's room. Like staff room, brain stops. Classroom completely stops. Brain doesn't function at all in the classroom. I said, there is something special in trees. You should stand under the tree because it provides oxygen to the brain and removes all carbon dioxide from us. So it supplies oxygen and new ideas come. So I said, this is a new idea, starting Sahodaya. Many more ideas I got under that tree. One idea was I wanted, with the help of students, to start mini forests. There are 28 cemeteries in Mangalore and outskirts, 28 cemeteries, graveyards. I wanted to plant saplings in all these cemeteries so that we get about 20-25 mini forests in Mangalore. Just imagine, mini forests in Mangalore in the cemetery. But I didn't succeed because many said, you are preparing for your future, your own future in the cemetery. So don't worry, that other will manage. You won't be there that day. So don't worry about that. Gone. That idea is gone. Other idea I got under the same tree was to start a school. There's a college to start a school, Sangati school, for whom IT building was coming up. Then other buildings were coming up here, science block and all that. Many North Karnataka laborers were here in the campus. The children were playing whole day in the sand, playing. No education. So I said I should start a school. We started a school for these children. I appointed a teacher. She used to come. Students, till the classes begin, they will go and teach them drawing, dance, alphabet. And those children used to come to my office early morning. One day, my birthday, I gave them chocolates for these children. There are about 15, 20 children, laborers' children. I gave them chocolates. They said, happy birthday, happy birthday. Every morning, they'll come and wish me happy birthday. Every day. No other principal in this world had a happy birthday every day because these laborers. That was the second idea. Under the tree, I got under the tree. The tree is the fountain. For that I said, if I get so many ideas under this tree, our students should also get such ideas. So we started cutting. We have transferred trees, not plants, trees to that place and created a forest. You should see the ideas they got. Not a special creative ideas, some other ideas under the tree. There is the influence of oxygen from those trees. See the miracles under the tree. The order. Sahodaya has done something which is very, very unique. Unique in the sense, we teach value education, but the praxis, not teaching, praxis, actualization happens with such gestures. Sahodaya is a gesture. Such gestures, if a college is filled with such gestures, that is flourishing together, Sahodaya, then that college will blossom, flourish. Students will flourish, and such gestures, there should be many such gestures in any college, and Aloysius is the best place to have such gestures. I would like to appreciate and place my gratitude, especially to Dr. Charles Hurtado and the present Vice Chancellor for the Praveen Martis and all the staff members who encouraged us. I'm sure such new ideas will flourish in this campus because we are all benevolent people. We need not learn benevolence from value education classes. It is there within us. Kindness, compassion is within us. We should allow it to come. An institution, the main function of an institution is to make us allow to come that compassion, that benevolence towards others. And Aloysius is doing wonderfully well in this life. Father Praveen Martis, thank you for inviting me. Roshan also took special care, and all the other staff members, dignitaries. Thank you very much for inviting me. May God bless you. Please pray for me and bless me.
Thank you, Father. We are truly honored to have you amidst us today, and we will always look forward to learn from your expertise. It is with great honor that I invite the founder president, Dr. Charles V. Furtado, the very force behind the inception of this association, a compassionate leader and a man of deep faith. He has not only laid the foundation, but also nurtured this mission and continues to do so even now. He has been there in all our endeavors, guiding us always with love and compassion. Let us now be inspired by his thoughts. Over to you, sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, respected Father Prashant Martha, all other dignitaries on the dais and our special guests, Miss Meghana and Miss Kanmani, all my respected colleagues who are in the audience, and all my dear students who, as Dr. Alvin Dessa said, have opted to be here this morning, and you have also contributed to this program, and through that, you are really a part of Sahodaya this morning. I was given 3 minutes, but I'm not going to be guided by the 3 minutes, but I'll try to complete as soon as possible. I am overwhelmed with emotions. I really did not think that this day would come in my life wherein we would be celebrating the Silver Jubilee of Sahodaya, and that I would be back in the day college to actually bask in this limelight and enjoy the affection of so many leaders who have been speaking about me. I'd like to just think aloud. I've just put down a few points so that I mention the most important things, and some things have already come through our Sahodayan volunteers and through the MC and through Father Prashant Martha and Dr. Alvin Dessa. I remember Father Prashant telling me, this was in his office, not under the tree. He said, our syllabi or the curriculum is mind-oriented. I think we should make education heart-oriented. And I think this was one of the experiments in this direction. He was also talking about accompanying. He said, No, none of us can lead somebody else, and none of us should follow somebody else. Rather, we should accompany and travel together. In fact, I am greatly inspired by Helen Keller. I'm sure all of you know about Helen Keller. I'm not going to tell you everything about her. She was blind and deaf. I want all of you to imagine along with me how the world would be if you cannot see and you cannot hear. How will the world be? I think you saw one of the photographs on the video of Sahodayans wearing a blindfold. See, when we wear a blindfold, everything is dark. And it was Helen Keller who said in her autobiography that everyone, if I were the VC of a university, she says, I would have prescribed that all should be made blind for at least 3 days in their life with a blindfold, so that they know what it is to live without eyesight. Only then will you be able to put yourself in the shoes of somebody else, which is what empathy is all about, to look at the world from their viewpoint. Otherwise, it is only sympathy, which is basically lip service. So that is something I wanted to say. And I think Helen Keller also told us not to take anything for granted. I think all of us take our sight for granted, our hearing for granted, our faculty of speech for granted, the fact that we can walk about for granted. It is only when we don't have a faculty, we pause and we understand the importance of having all our faculties right. And that challenges us to accept everybody in their as is, where is condition as they were created, or people who have gone through trauma or challenges in the middle of their life and who have been bold enough and courageous enough to accept these challenges and carry on with their life, adapting to these challenges. Recently, we had Poonam Vaidya here for the TEDx talk, and she burst many myths that people have about visual impairment. One fine day you lose your eyesight. Just imagine when you are in your early 20s, which is what I'm sure one of our icons will be talking about. Just imagine, and knowing that you will lose your eyesight slowly and progressively. And then you have two choices. One, to accept, be bold, carry on, adapt, become rehabilitated, try for accessibility. See, these are not jargon, my dear friends. These are all needs. And I believe that every one of us has a right to equity, has a right to live a full life, to have all the facilities that everyone else has. So when we lose one faculty, it is the responsibility of the others to make sure that you accompany, not lead, not follow, accompany and empathize, and hand in hand grow together. This is Sahodaya. It is not charity. It is not giving and feeling happy that you have given. It is accepting the fact that we are all equal. And everybody has a right to move forward, to grow, to succeed. Notwithstanding our religion, color, creed, economic status, everyone has a right to be a successful, contributing member of the society. And that is what Sahodaya is all about. It is not just a slogan. I'll end soon. Let me recall Eyeconic Edition 1. We had Megha Patangi, who has lost almost all her sight and is an accessibility expert today, doing wonderfully well in society, a leader in her own right. We had Vishal Jain, who is in the management of Shell, an MBA graduate who has done paratrooping, and he has jumped from a plane. We saw clippings of that last year. We had Arpita Chandrasekhar, who is a manager in a bank. And we had Shreyas Reddy, who is an advocate who is practicing in the Karnataka High Court. He is also visually impaired. I'm just giving you examples of these icons. They inspire because they don't want sympathy or pity, and they have had the courage to move on. So I would like to address all those who are gathered here that this one program is enough to sow that seed that Dr. Alvin and Father Prashant were talking about. The seeds will sprout today or after many years, but the seeds are there, and you never know how they are going to change your lives. Maybe you are in the turning point of your life. You'll realize this much, much later. Sowing happens, nurturing should happen, and later the tiny sapling will grow, and once it grows, it will give shade. So we should remember this. Let me end with a small story, 30-second story. Sometimes we are overwhelmed by the challenges we have in this life. How much does it help if I change? We are living in a populated country and a populated world. Is it going to make a difference? I believe a small boy was walking along the beach, and he saw thousands of starfish being swept onto the beach. And he started picking each one of these starfish and throwing them back into the ocean. An elderly gentleman had come for his early morning walk. He saw this child picking each of these starfish and throwing it back into the ocean, and decided to have some fun with this boy. He was with his walking stick. He pauses near this boy, taps him on his shoulder, and tells him, "Young boy, what are you doing?" And this boy said, "Ajjere, ನಾನು ಈ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ ಮೀನುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಮುದ್ರದೊಳಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. I am throwing these starfish back into the ocean. I am saving their lives." And this elderly gentleman said, "There are thousands of starfish here. How many lives are you going to save? Isn't it a futile exercise?" And the boy had one starfish in his hand. He shows this to this elderly gentleman and tells him, "What about this starfish? I am saving the life of this starfish." I read this in the WhatsApp some years back. I think we should look at that one starfish when we, take up a big project like Sahodaya. One step at a time. It is enough if we can touch one heart, and then there will be the ripple effect. This is also one of the phrases of Father Prashant Martha. Ripple effect is when you throw a stone into a lake, there will be ripples which are created, and these ripples touch other ripples, and the movement goes on. Let me end with gratitude. I think this is the opportunity for me to say thank you. I don't know whether this idea would have happened if I was in any other institution. I would like to thank Father Prashant Martha, the then principal. He has been saying, "I am not the founder, I clapped." But then I think if Father Prashant had not called me back to his office after the conversation we had under the tree, Sahodaya would never have happened. I would like to thank him from the bottom of my heart. I would also like to thank Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis. He always announces that I was his teacher, but I am fortunate to have him as my principal in the beginning and now the Vice Chancellor. He is somebody who just picks up ideas and runs forward with the ideas, who always pats us on the back and says, "Well done." And he's somebody who just can work miracles, miracle after miracle. And I thank him for picking up this. Once I came back in the last 3 years, he told me, There are wonderful people who are actually taking Sahodaya forward, but I want you also to join them, perhaps as a mentor. And he gave me back my place in Sahodaya. And I think I should thank you from the bottom of my heart, dear Father, for that. I would like to use the metaphor of a relay race. Dear students, we are all fortunate to be a part of the glorious legacy of this great 145-year-old institution. Many people are involved. When you talk about 25 years, and my name has been repeated so many times, you might have thought that I was there from day one till today. No, I was there only from 2000 to 2006. Then many others took the baton and ran the race, and they have kept Sahodaya going. I came back only in the last 3.5 years, and I have not been the leader. I have just been somebody appreciating things and enjoying what Sahodaya is all about. So I'd like to say that Dr. Roshan D'Souza and the other presidents, the students are doing a wonderful job. In fact, they are the right people to take the baton and move forward. See, we usually talk about headstrong people, and I think, Father, St. Aloysius deemed to be a university is very blessed to have heart-strong people. I want to use this phrase today, and these are the people who are able to conscientize. This is a witness. The students who are here are a witness to the wonderful way in which Sahodaya is moving forward, and I'm sure Sahodaya will continue to move mountains. It will continue to make differences in the lives of people, celebrating their differences and making St. Aloysius a beacon of hope to all that walk its portals. Thank you. God bless us all.
Thank you, Dr. Charles V. Furtado. You're truly an inspiration to all of us present here. Your efforts have left an indelible mark in the portals of our institution. Now, we will proceed with the felicitation to Miss Meghana and Miss Kanmani to honor their remarkable journey and indomitable spirit. I request the dignitaries to come forward to honor Miss Meghana and Miss Kanmani. Meghana ma'am, I request you to take your seat of honor. As a token of respect, I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, to honor Miss Meghana with a shawl. Please give a huge round of applause. Thank you, Father. Symbolizing our appreciation, a memento will be now presented to Ms. Meghana by Reverend Father Prashant Marta SJ. As a gesture of love, a hamper will be presented by Dr. Roshan D'Souza to Ms. Meghana. Thank you, dignitaries, for doing the honors. We will now proceed with the felicitation of Ms. Kanmani S. And I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, to present a memento, to present a shawl to Ms. Kanmani. I request the audience to please give a huge round of applause to Ms. Kanmani. Now the memento will be presented by Dr. Charles V. Furtado as a symbol of appreciation. I request Dr. Roshan D'Souza to present a hamper as a gesture of love to Ms. Kanmani. I thank all the dignitaries for doing the honors to Miss Meghana and Miss Kanmani. A strong leader and a visionary is one of the factors to lead a prestigious institution like St. Aloysius as it soars towards greater heights. Today, we have with us a person who sees beyond the horizon with his visionary mindset. His imagination transcends boundaries, envisioning every possibilities for the welfare of the institution. And that's none other than our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis S.J., who is also the President of this occasion. I now request Father Praveen Martis S.J. to deliver his presidential address.
Respected Reverend Father Prashant Martha, the chief guest of today's 25 year of celebration of Sahodaya and Eyeconic 2025. We have got the two special guests, Meghana and Kanmani, Dr. Alvin Desa, Registrar, Dr. Ronald Nazareth, Registrar, Dr. Charles Furtado, the founding member of Sahodaya, Dr. Roshan D'Souza, the present president of Sahodaya, Mr. Neil Shetty, the student secretary, my dear guests of the days, the parents of Ms. Kanmani and Ms. Meghana, and my dear students. It's a special day today to celebrate 25 years of not sloganeering, but it is a movement of Sahodaya which we are celebrating, which has made the difference in the lives of countless number of students here and the people who have come into St. Aloysius. Shall we give a huge round of applause to Father Prashant Martha, Dr. Charles Furtado, and all the presidents up to Dr. Roshan who have really served Sahodaya. When I came to St. Aloysius about 10 years ago, before becoming the principal here, I also used to participate in Sahodaya. I used to go with Mr. Dheeraj to different camps. And that's the one association I really felt was very close to and also nurtured even my dreams. I was just asking then, who was the one who really had that vision to begin such a wonderful association, the movement at St. Aloysius. That's why we have the visionary leaders here. Father Prashant Martha, as I said, he picks up ideas under the trees and whatever that is there now. Mother Teresa Peace Park, the Katte that the students fondly call it, is all his vision. Shall we give him a huge round of applause that many things happened there under that tree. Once I remember he was saying, boy and a girl sitting there, what really happened? Today he didn't narrate that story, so I could say that. Avalu sikkalu, nannan nodi nakkalu, matte makkalu. But doesn't happen there. When I remember sitting next to me, some vision came. I was thinking that he would say something. But Father, it doesn't happen under the trees now. Our students are far better. They dream something far beyond. And today we are calling it as empowering beyond the limits. That is what our students are engaged there all the time, getting new ideas, new thinking, and beautifying that place with the ideas. And today we have got beautiful people around here. They are the ones. We say we have got great film actors and other political leaders who are our heroes. Our heroes are here. I would say Miss Meghana and Miss Kanmani, they are our heroes. We need to really learn from them what is really a leader could do. These are leaders of their own right, of a special kind of people. And I would say Their parents are very, very special people. Shall we give them a round of applause to the parents who had that courage to never give up on them and stood by them even today. We require such parents who we are really proud of. And today, students should learn from such kind of iconic figures. They are our real iconic figures, not the people who play in the cricket. Recently we know ICC champions India won. Our world student played a major role there. KL Rahul began his journey here in the same grounds, and he is the one in the semi-final and final saved India, and we got this Champions Trophy. Yes, a leader, but then we need to look forward to such leaders. They lost their one of the faculties, but then they, with courage, moved on. And that is what is required, and I would like to admire them. And today we are starting the Accessibility Center here. Thanks to, again, Dr. Roshan, Dr. Charles Furtado, and the student leaders. I would like them to come forward. Ms. Anvika, Miranda, Neil Shetty, and the whole team. If they are around, I think they can come forward. If they're not around, I think they are busy preparing something. Shall we give them a huge round of applause to all those students? Yes, Anvika and the team. Because these are the students who truly make a difference in the campus. As Father Prashant said, we only clap. If at all something has to be started, these are the ones who sit there, get ideas and come and pester us saying that we would like to start something very, very special. Yes, Anvika, you can come forward, and you also come forward here. We give them another round of applause to all these students who are the real people who are behind this Accessibility Center at St. Aloysius. Thank you very much. God bless you all. We are so proud of our students and our faculty who really think out of the box. Even at times like this, we say with AI and special kind of things that happen, students today are lost in mobile and so many other things. I don't believe in our students at St. Aloysius. They have got a special vocation, special movement, and special kind of a gesture, as Father Prashant Martha said, that benevolence comes from the heart. So we should be people of 3 H's. One is the head, very important for us to think and also have some ideas. And more importantly, the heart which should move. Without the heart, there is no Jesuit education. That is called cura personalis. That we move with our heart. We empathize with the others. Not so much with sympathy, but empathize. We put our mind and heart into the others' shoes and really see what they feel. If I am such a student, what I would have felt. I think this is what is required. These are the ones can become change agents, or we say catalysts at St. Aloysius and the society. We are so grateful to the students who are part of Sahodaya. I was so inspired and touched by those 4 of them gave witness to their participation in Sahodaya. Shall we give them a round of applause? They are the ones who are carrying forward this vision. It starts here, but then they carry forward in their lives. I would like to say that each and every one of you are very special. Because Dr. Charles and Dr. Roshan told me, there was almost a commotion that each and every one of you wanted to be present here today to witness this 25 years of celebration and the Eyeconic 2025. Along with them, you too are very special. You could have stayed in a classroom, but you today decided to come here and witness this special event and to carry forward this movement in your own way, whatever that happens. Shall we give them a round of applause to all these students who wanted to be part of this very, very special movement. This is what St. Aloysius is. We just start something, I said heart, but the hands to reach, the last H, and you are the hands to reach. I feel that you are going to be those hands who reach out to the people around and make a difference. That's why St. Aloysius is not bricks and mortar here, but rather the people like you, the student like you, the faculty who carry forward this vision which soared many years ago and carry forward in your own families, in your neighborhood, wherever you are. That is going to make a difference in the world. Let it happen more and more. I would like this Sahodaya to continue and make it 50 years and 100 years and more. Let this wonderful legacy continue, and the new movement with Eyeconic, which started last year, continue again and make a difference in the world. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Father, for your words of optimism and inspiration. I now request the dignitaries on the stage to take their seat among the audience and witnessed the most significant part of Eyeconic. It's been a pleasure hosting this segment, and now to continue this incredible moment, I invite my co-host, Ms. Bhumika from the Department of BCA, to take over.
Check. Thank you, team, for the melodious singing. You've truly caught the essence of Sahodaya in every beat and every word. This song was composed and put to tunes by one of the presidents of Sahodaya, Ms. Alita Desa. We now have the honor of listening to Ms. Meghna Keti, an IAS officer and a public speaker who is the epitome of strength, perseverance, and dedication. With all adversities faced, she has to her credit clearing one of the challenging examinations in India, UPSC. Ma'am, we are eager to listen to your story. Let's all give her a big round of applause.
The most beautiful things on this earth are not simply seen, but they're felt like a beautiful music. By Helen Keller. Today, I have no idea how you all look like. I've just heard around 450 of you are here. I don't know the color of the t-shirts or salwars or whatever you're wearing, but the beauty of being visually challenged is, maybe I cannot look at you, I can make you all look at me. Let me just help you all run through my journey. Mine was a very simple, sorted life. I was a 15-year-old. I was in my 10th standard. Life was full of fun and joy. I was good at academics. I had my ladybird cycle, I had my teddy bear. Life was all fun. But one day, when I was in the last bench, I was not able to see the blackboard. I took it easy. I asked my teacher. I moved few benches forward. But after few days, I was not able to see the blackboard even from there. Then I moved to the first bench. But after few days, I was not able to see the board even from there. And after few months, it was very difficult for me to read the book that is right in front of me. And after few years, it was very difficult to recognize people's faces, and they all started looking like shadows. It almost seemed like the color of my world had disappeared. It felt like my world was shattered. Everything lost their charm. I started becoming dependent from being independent. I had to stop riding my cycle. I had to stop wearing my high heels. A lot of things that I had to give up because I am visually challenged. I am visually challenged. That was a state of mind that I was that day. But today I stand here with all courage, conviction, and confidence, and I tell it with pride. I am visually challenged. So what? Maybe I cannot look at the world, but I can make the world look at me. My dear friends, little did it change outside, but what changed was the perception. What changed was the attitude. For a 15-year-old, for a teenager, for a girl who was in 10th standard, it was difficult. It was indeed very, very difficult to accept the reality, to accept the disability, to accept the challenge, to accept the fact that I will be dependent on somebody else. But I did not want to give up at that point of time. I worked very hard. Light made difference. So I used to sit on the terrace, study in the sunlight. I used to use torch, read very closely. And I took permission from the board, sat in the sunlight for 2-3 hours, wrote my exams, and somehow managed to get 97% in my 10th standard. So you all know, when you get a good score, what are you asked to do? Science. Yeah, I get to hear from volunteers behind. Science. Yeah, same thing happened with me. When you get a good score, you just go and take science. Because, when I was growing up, I did not have exposure or I did not have clarity myself. So I just joined science like most of us do. I went to the class. The diagrams in biology, I couldn't trace them on the board. I did nothing in the lab because I did not understand. Mathematics, by listening, it sounded like French and Latin because I did not understand anything that was happening on the blackboard. I felt totally disconnected. I felt I can't continue my education. I still remember one day in the break, I broke down. I felt like crying. I just walked out of the class. I came back home. I told my parents I don't want to continue studying. But they somehow convinced me. My principal convinced me. They said arts is more auditory in nature. You can shift from science to arts. And perhaps, that was waiting for me. That suited my personality more. I shifted after 2 months and somehow managed to study and get 4th rank for state in humanities. So academics is something that I always was very, very determined to be, strong at. But apart from that, what kept me truly alive during my college days was just like you all. I was very, very active in culturals. I was into singing, I was into dancing, I was anchoring stage shows. So when Madam was anchoring, I was remembering my old college days. So I did not want this limitation to stop me from anything. I wanted to live fully, completely, and to my best. So I remember I used to go on trips. I have done a lot of trekkings. I have hosted many stage shows. So name it, I just wanted to do it. So I always used to think, if I were not having this visual challenge, how would my life be? And now it shouldn't be any different. So I did not allow this limitation to limit me in any aspect. So I got into graduation. I somehow again managed to be good in studies. But after that, I was wondering what next? What am I to do in life? Because my vision also started deteriorating. So I learned computer skills at Mitra Jyoti. I think most of you are aware, and it came up many times in the video as well. It's an NGO where they teach computer skills for visually challenged. After learning computer skills, I felt truly empowered. I had access to the information, I had access to the world, I had access to job opportunities. So after knocking many doors, it wasn't easy for me to find a job. I had to knock many doors, hear many no's. After many rejections, I got an opportunity in Cisco Systems. I think, small things don't work for us because something big is really, really waiting. So that's my belief. I remember a small company had called me for an interview. They rejected me before giving me an opportunity. They got to know I'm visually challenged and they said, you can leave for the day. I asked them, at least let me try. You reject me if I'm not capable. You reject me if I'm not able to do it. That's absolutely fine. Even before me trying it, you can't reject me. But I understood they did not have the bandwidth to support someone like me. Today I have a sense of sympathy, empathy, and understanding to it. But back then when I was full of vigor, I did not understand. I felt very bad. I came out crying from that company. But Cisco was waiting for me. So thanks to Cisco and the opportunities henceforth. When I was working there, I also felt I can't do this for the rest of my life. I want to keep it more meaningful. I want to do some service to society, give back to society. So that's when I started my UPSC, KPSC journey. So once I stepped in, there was no looking back at all. I had to work really hard, study for 10, 12, 15 hours every single day. For somebody who can see perhaps maybe it's few hours, but for me to complete the syllabus, to do as much as somebody is doing through seeing by the mode of auditory is more difficult and it's more tedious. So I had to read 10, 12 when exams were closer, in fact 15 hours a day. And it's not 1 day, 2 days or a week, thing to just do like in college, but I had to do that throughout a year. So that's how tedious UPSC, KPSC is. Thankfully, I was very lucky to have wonderful parents who supported me and encouraged me for all the endeavors. I could clear KPSC in my first attempt. I was KAS officer. I was in Treasury Department as Assistant Director. While doing my training, I also cleared UPSC in my second attempt, like Sir mentioned before. So currently, I'm in Indian Information Service. It's called IIS. Currently, I'm posted in Doordarshan, Bengaluru, DD Chandana. I'm sure you all are aware of DD Chandana, right? Yes, so I'm posted there currently. After that, I again continued to give the exam because when you get better ranking, you get direct IAS, which is Indian Administrative Service. I cleared the exam another 2 times. So far I've cleared UPSC thrice, but just that I didn't get upgrade. You have to get a better rank for it, but I've cleared it thrice. I chose to stay in this service. So this has been my journey so far. Truly humbled for meeting right people, getting right opportunities, having wonderful parents, mentors, and God's blessing to be here today. And what really changed for me is just an understanding that life is only 10% what happens to us, but it is 90% how we choose to react to it. So no matter what the limitation is, whether it's financial, physical, emotional, whatever it is, you can rise beyond and you can definitely achieve all that you want. David Hartman once said, defeat the defeat, frustrate the frustration, and kill the despair. You can always choose to see an opportunity in an adversity, or you can always choose to see an adversity in an opportunity, and the choice is always yours. It also reminds me of a little story of an eagle. It's a small anecdote. I'll just take a minute to tell that. There was a farmer who owned a poultry, and one day it so happened that he just saw an egg lying there on the field. It was an egg of an eagle, but he thought it is from his poultry. He just got the egg and placed it in his farm. After a few days, the egg hatched and the little eagle came out. It grew up with other chicken there. So it believed that it is a chicken and, it restricted itself to feed on the grains which was on the ground. It flew for a feet or two and then came back gravitating to the ground. It just thought it's a chicken because it grew up with them. One day it looked high up in the sky. There was an eagle which was flying like almost it owned the sky with the magnificent wings. It thought, I wish I was an eagle. I wish I could fly up in the sky just like that. I wish. But you know what? The eagle, the little eagle, did not try at all. I wish the little eagle had just tried. Don't you think most of us are like this little eagle? We always look at someone, look at something, look at someone's story, look at perhaps an image and think, I wish I could have been that. But my dear friend, have you ever tried? Ask yourself, you can be that. You have no idea how much power you have within you, just like that little eagle. Had it only tried. So I would like to tell you all, you just have to remove those clutches that you have kept for yourself and try. Keep a step and try. You have no idea. You can conquer the sky. You can fly up above and you can be an inspiration to a lot many. It's all in the mind because mind itself is a miracle. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself because if you don't, nobody else will. And if you can believe in yourself, everybody else will believe in yourself. So belief is something that's fundamental. If you are determined, if you're hardworking, if you're diligent, you will definitely succeed. And not only you, like the motto of Sahodaya says, the meaning of itself stands for rising together. You can also take people with you and rise together. So I just wanted to share this story of mine and thanks to Charles sir. I've been in contact with Charles sir for a few years now. Sir has been extremely kind. And I knew he was part of all this, but after coming here, I get to learn of his elaborate and illustrious journey with Sahodaya. Truly humbled with your experience and with your passion about serving society, sir. Thanks to all the dignitaries here and Roshan sir. And student volunteers especially who are so sweet. I've been seeing them since morning. And all of you who opted to be here, who chose to be here despite your classes. Lastly, I would just want to end it with this quote. You cannot merely stand, stare, and cross the ocean just by looking at it. You all are blessed to be here in Mangalore, in a coastal city. You have access to the mighty ocean. Just go there, stand there, and just think of crossing it. Will it happen? Definitely not. You have to get into the waters, you have to swim, you have to work hard to achieve anything. So you can't merely stand, stare, look at an ocean and think of crossing it. You have to get into the waters. I wish you all the very best. I'm sure with Sahodaya, not only will you rise, you will also take a lot of people along with you to up in the sky, and you will all fly together like the beautiful eagle that I just mentioned. All the very best, and thank you so much for having me here. It was truly a pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am, for your heartfelt words. Your journey and insights have truly touched us all. We have another versatile personality with us, Miss Kanmani S., who has won many hearts with her indomitable spirit and resilience. Ma'am, we are truly blessed to have you with us today, one of the multifaceted personality amidst us, and I'm sure all of us present here are eager to get inspired by you. I now request Ms. Kanmani to share her insights with us.
Hello everyone. Respected principal and other dignitaries and teachers and my dear friends. I believe the chance to speak this venue is another blessing showered upon me by the Almighty. Like all other blessings in my life, this too was an unexpected yet incredibly exciting. My journey over the past 23 years has been filled with surprises and excitements. My parents received their first big surprise the moment I entered this world. After 6 years of longing for their first child, they were finally ready to embrace their little one. But the Almighty and I had a different plan for them. Their excitement turned into shock. When they couldn't find what they were searching for, my hands. An angel was born, but the wings were missing. The panic button was pressed. I was lying in the pediatric ICU, unaware of the common around me. Tears rolled around my mother's cheeks. After initial examinations, they found that only were my wings missing, but my lungs were also affected. Another shock, another surprise, and another test of strength. Many assumed that flying was out of the question, that even walking would be impossible. But life, like music, finds its own rhythm. 3 months after my birth, I spoke my first word, Amma. That means mother. That single word was enough to reignite my mother's belief. My iron mother, Rekha Shashikumar, knew then and there that I was not meant to be limited. Like the strongest warriors, she picked up her sword, not a weapon, but an unbreakable resolve. To make sure I soared high, wings or no wings. Step by step, against all odds, I learned to walk, I learned to play with my friends, and I learned to have my food with my feet, and Then my mother noticed my love for music and knew it was my calling. With her guidance, I learned to use my legs to do what others did when their hands. I didn't just hold things, I legged them. But by 4, I was in school and taking my music classes. But 9, I performed my arangetam. That means first musical offering to God. My mother knew I needed the best environment to grow, so she changed my school to VVHS. That's my school name. Again, 15 kilometers from my home. With my music classes another 12 kilometers away. Without a car, our rides became an adventure. At first, she carried me on her scooter, tied to her chest with her shawl. When that was no longer possible, I stood on the scooter floor while she rode. What seemed risky to the world was just another way forward for us. Music gave me my identity. My school, my teachers, and the kind souls around me supported me in my youth festivals and competitions. Soon, media outlets started to recognizing me and my journey. And the world started to listen. From one stage to another, my voice carried me forward, winning A grades in youth festivals and competitions and another musical journey, performing across the countries. It all felt like a dream. And then the biggest surprise is my first international flight. That's my dream at that time. At 15, I was invited to perform in Dubai. The girl who was once thought to be unable to walk was now flying. That was the moment I realized that wings were not necessary for flight. Determination and passion are enough. And I had an opportunity to sing a song at Rashtrapati Bhavan and Parliament in front of our Rashtrapati Ji Ramnath Govind sir and our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi sir. That's my memorable moment in my life. Music also brought me close to the legends. I idealized meeting and receives blessings from icons like Srimati K.S. Chitra and Janaki Amma and Aishuda sir and some others like. Was beyond anything I could have imagined. It was my differences that made these moments possible. So it's my so-called disability turned out to be my biggest strength. Today I stand here not just as a performer, but as someone who has achieved 2 or more milestones. I am honored to share that I have secured first rank in MA Music. All other examinations in my life has wrote with my foot. So I am very proud that a testament to years of dedication, passion, and unwavering belief. And as another step towards my dreams, I have cleared the JRF exam, paving the way for my PhD in music. From my childhood, whose ability to walk was questioned to a scholar, you will now push boundaries of musical knowledge. This journey has been nothing short of incredible. To this world, I say this, everyone is able. But what truly matters is how we use our abilities. My journey from the pediatric ICU, securing academic excellence, has been possible because I embraced my differences. And as I continue, my mantra remains the same. Miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. To all dreamers, all fighters, and all those who dare to believe in themselves, your differences are your power. Accept them, and they will lead you to greatness. Thank you so much. And our Charles sir, and Roshan sir, and our students, all are very thankful to inviting me in this program. I am very happy to be part of this. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts with us. Your words have truly left a lasting impact on us. As it is rightly said, music has the power to touch hearts and bring people together. Now, let's welcome Miss Kanmani once again to the stage as she shares her beautiful voice with us. Let's all give her a big round of applause.
Sari